constitute, web, oppressive, accommodate, tsurashi, express concern about a, tayushi, kashikaru, terrific, refuge, effect, illusion, hand down, float, recollect, receipt, proof, illustrate, doubtful, shelter, remind a to do, be unique to a, reverse, sustain, delay, faint, exhaust, sasuganyi, look on, race, lead, influence, environmental, observe, out of date, notion, souvenir, propose doing, acquire, linguistics, make a difference, regret to do, viewpoint, the opportunity to do, lean against a, insert a into b, diagnose a as b, doku, considerate, enter, at a's disposal, investigate, grasp, result from a, term, at present, favorable, outweigh, inclination, offer, proposal, discriminate, susceptible, dignify, biology, I firmly believe that, liberal, aim at a, remain to do, be astonished to do, encourage a to do, tense, comprehension, foster, poll, consideration, pass out, cafeteria, possess, character, at the disposal of a, barrier, statesman, fail, genetic, fumi, observance, anxious, wit,
Make an appointment with a.
pray, preferable, samayofu, worthy, gene, naked, stability, deprive a of b, quotation, in, risk, in charge of, itatsuchi, yield, refusal, dominate, survey, vitality, norm, text, reflect, yuyushi, curse, be disappointed in a, common, alter, external, expert, reside in a, demonstration, social, amateur, stereotype, mono omou, profound, resistance, release, critical, astonishing, prevent, tight, practically, cure of B, interpretation, pressing, exist, it is typical of A to do, oblige, affirm, make an exception, coincide, have an insight about A, wait, valuable, contemplation, humor, rational, consult, humorous, count, exhaustion, beverage, the human species, generosity, by accident, distinguish, irony, character, geometry, prejudice, regard, assign 0102, shelter, character, in A's company, be frightened of A, overcome, domestic, proposition, current, folklore, responsibility, kokoromo tonashi, theoretically, acid rain, access, origin, raise, narration, core, utter, appoint, ambiguous, mineral, koshikata, be amazed to do, occur, a proposal to do, feature, accent, refer, establishment, immunity, inquire about A, disguise, nazusafu, period, diet, on duty, engage in A, extension, adoption, sasu, be curious about A, substance, avoid, upset, the North Pole, destiny, souvenir, seek, aim may it be, fascination, radiation, charity, do, evolve, restrict, cut a fine figure, profitable, execution, age, superior, concern, oppress, define, state, utoku, execution, make a point of, do the grocery shopping, is familiar to be, shitafu, belong, interview, extend, construction, be intent on A, pass away, alternate, detective, reason, eloquence, be conscious of A, be harmful for A, internal, grammar, prominent, calm, reason, architect, department, suggest, in favor of A, review, remove, comfort, remove, persist, contemplation, astronomy, reinforce, where, yochihito, perform, without doubt, unfold, Antarctic, imagine, ideal, with the naked eye, representative, prove a, delay, yearn to do, eternity, possession, desert, on the ground that, comprehensive, result in a, depend on a for b, get the better of, provide a with b, capability, due to, immune, involve, once in a while, existence, halt, view, come to terms with, disturb, geology, consistency, notion, yukusue, nature, atomic, advance, on a regular basis, gift, impose a on b, kashichi, put stress on a, intent, attempt, plague, save money, compliment, captive, realization, promotion, anatta, away, awareness, persistent, sit idle, regret doing, challenge, core,
Censorship.
congratulation, indefinite, shelter, worth, appearance, with reference to a, finance, liver, symbolic, regarding, exceptional, implicit, be greedy for a, epic, entrance, betray, possess, influence, reliance, meaning, ajichinashi, make a face, frequency, assume, ushiro yasushi, challenge, persevere,
Synthesize.
attach a to b, impress, liberate, nutrient, negligence, series, appearance, consciousness, accelerate, receipt, in comfort, come to a halt, at risk, rely on a, kokoro narazu, disregard, erect, consist, involve, convenience, context, have an influence on a, negligible, calm, literacy, a sort of a, decade, fuel, be inclined to do, alternative, remark, solution, suggest doing, prescribe, base, logical, come of age, odds, determination, barrier, probability, Rumor has it that. Bond. Adjective. A barrier to A. Enable A to do. Swallow. Stick. Formerly. Prevalent. Strip A of B. Attach. Verbal. Digest. Upset. A series of A. Representation. Unavoidable. Yuyushi. In favor of A. Concrete. Regard A as B. Robber. Case. Reflection. Bitter. Temporary. Absorption. Skill. By coincidence. Illustration. Factor. Consider. Temperature. Inhabit. Performance. Capture. Chaos. Horror. Suppose. Mutsukaru. Interfere with A. Observe.
Anticipate.
Altitude. Pursuit. Recollect. Firm. Goeth. Tado shi. Compete for A. Real.
Proliferate.
Temporary. Property. Anxious. Term. Disguise. Adversity. Term. Fuel. Literacy. Salary. Ban. Rule. Describe. Be astonished by A. Concern. Strive. Reject. Leak. Interact with A. Concern. Literal. Supply. Correct. Contrary to one's expectation. Intelligent. Struggle. Behave oneself. Extension. Hashitanari. Devote oneself to A. Compose oneself. Connection. Skill. Project. Strict. Invaluable. Intelligible. Demonstrate. Be harmful to A. Cooperate with A.
Ingenuity.
Resolve. Free of A. To one's disappointment. Interview. Monologue. Do. Burden. Improve. Accent. Classification. Domesticate. Dialogue. Linguist. Plague. In charge of. Clone. Narrative. Reversal. Characterize. Run the risk of doing. Information. Humid. Press. Sen. Doubt that. Pollute. Take the responsibility for A. React. Cause A to do. Current. Gifted. Literally. Compulsory. Be astonished at A. On the grounds that. Make a difference. Resistant. Respectful. Supposedly. Ingredient. Humiliate. Interpretation. An opportunity to do. Avoid doing. Widespread. Extensive. Patient. Representation. Hinder. Exhibit. Improvement. Subscription. Author. Lead to a. Lean against a. Respect. Alcohol. Criticize. Intelligence. Wit. Encourage a to do. Generosity. Organize. Rarely. Do away with. Astonish. Be impressed with a. Attraction. In essence. Triviality. Suppose. Nonoshiru. Irresponsible. Prompt. Have an insight into a. Desperate. Do. Win. Marry a. Distress. Classify A as B. Relax. Issue. Accompany. Wait. Mutsukashi. Internal. Interfere. Urgency. Be amazed by a. Harm. Garbage. Nazumu.
Disposition.
Boring. Emit. Recognize. Midarigokochi. A developing country. Means. Company. Rob. Yorokobi maoshi. Starve. Preservation. Kashikomari. Fancy. Remind a that. Comprehend. Feast. Urgent. In particular. Recipe. Cognition. Be harmless to a. Subject. Metaphor. Obviously. Prevention. Intend to do. Cease doing. Character. Washi tanashi. Elementary. Luxurious. Affection. Destiny. Frighten. Thirst. Compete against a. Immediate. Tolerant. Ordinary. Obviously. Era. Greedy. Measure. In this regard. A gap between A and B. Nature. Grasp. Institution. Come to terms with. Lead to a. Phase. Cause. Acceptance. Yasurafu. Nourishment. Behavior. Event. Compose. Cut a good figure. Organize. Denial. By all means. Way. Subject. Term. Go on a diet. Press. Kidney. Brutal. Impose. Emphasize. Performance. Suggest that. Cruel. Ordinary. Comprehensive. Nurture. Pick up. Greenhouse effect. Develop. Abnormal. Drag. Kashikomaru. Disguise. Trait. Be frightened by a. The South Pole. Realistic. Resort to a. Inquire. Recognize. Kashikomari. Witty. Recall. Tayumu. General. Generally. Appear to do. Favorite. Apply. Promptly. Standpoint. Precision. Analyze. Eco. Complex. Dwell. Long for. Eternal. Class. Impose. Fold. Take into account. Text. Strain. Be concerned with a. Racial discrimination. Oboe. Independence. Place an emphasis on a. Attainment. Description. Force. Thesis. Gokochi.
Ingenious.
Laundry. Reverse. Exceed. Depend. Fit in a. At the moment. Pose. Compulsive. Considering. Convenient. Outlook. Mutsukashi. Be committed to a. Lose weight. Ajichinashi. Reside. Intentionally. Alteration. Trust. Have an ear for. Fulfill. Force upon be. Favor. Obomeku. Hold a responsible. Underlie. To one's astonishment. No doubt. Comment. Foral. With the result that. Erect. Praise. Excel. Chore. Lose a game. Taido ru. Provision. Himanashi. Figure. Impatient. Treat. Omission. Reference. Verse. Immediately. Doubtful. Concern. Superiority. Interfere. Fundamental. Philosopher. Assign. Influential. Shinobukoi. Alert. Option. Impressive. Reject. Look up. Brutal. Revival. Dialect. Suezue. Odd. Freedom. Execute. Underestimate. Adonari. Case. Do research on a. Provide. Be curious to know a. Feel stress. Recollection. Knowledge. Gokochi. Obligation. Sustainable. Attract. Matter. Theory. Koshi. Scholar. Illustrate. Interpret. Substitute. Animation. Pressure. Domestic violence. Is accompanied by B. Waste. Curious. Literal. Be aware of a. Consistent. Urge. Value. Develop. Routine. Make a decision. Prefer A to B. Crucial. Fall back on. Acknowledgement. Make a remark on A. Reflect. Proposition. Hazukashi. Represent. Achieve. Unlikely. Allow. Basis. Permit. Without doubt. Ainadanomi. Constitute. Occur. Confirmation. Familiar. Bear responsibility. Reception. Hazukashi. Consult. Anatomy. Hold one's tongue. Preference. Potential. Departure. Abstract. Adopt. Aware. Determine. Surface. Itazuranari. Sustain. Investigation. Unwilling. Mean. Obomeku. Intelligence. Board. Project. Ecology. Naturally. Nature. Structure. Infer. Take part. Have an effect on A. Stir. Attend. Interval. Exception. Adanari. Akugaru. Performance. Old-fashioned. Anxiety. Fabric. Clothing. Nutrition. Narrative. Respect. Fascination. Pretend that. Image.
Symmetrical.
Make a point of. Be unique to A. For the purpose of A. Lean. Case. Enthusiastic. Starvation. Defect. At issue. Prominence. Disturbance. Perform. Strain. Fail. Typically. Propose to A that S do. At stake. Humiliate. Investigation. Figure. Involvement. Rely. Rebel. Observe. Mold. Trash. Reference. Forgive. Incomplete. Development. Raise money. Mention. Concerned. Guarantee. Prime Minister. Attachment. Academic. Consider. Aspire. Translate A into B. Dessert. Regret that. Assembly. Revive. Utterance. Allow for A. Extraordinarily. Hospitality. Current. Mean A by B.
Marriage.
Stuck. A developed country. Risk. Divide. Affect. Sorrow. Psychological. Raise. Up to date. Award 01202. Persist. Ecological. Pronounce. Satisfy. Develop. Be committed to A. Natural. Epic. ushi, superstition, ambiguous, wazurafu, evolution, architecture, famine, reverel, bend over, stick to a, text, close, hinder, be identical with a, warinashi, account, dame rafu, yield to a, awful, technique, interference, cherish, verbal, workout, entail, tolerate, have a preference for a, logic, attendance, official, criticize a for b, identify, take part in a, treat, free of charge, smart, it occurs to a that,
Coordination.
irregular, represent, ainadanomi, lay stress on a, get married to a, executive, allow a to do, admiration, retrospect, raise money, figure,
Disposition.
rational, interpretation, cognition, environmental, nazumu, destiny, comprehend, ajichinashi, reject, immunity, captive, attainment, pose, humiliate, chaos, disturbance, prevalent, nature, representation, anatomy, property, observe, immune, implicit, abnormal, prominent, institution, calm, disguise, ecology, option, departure,
Censorship.
liberal. It is typical of A to do, reflect. A is accompanied by B, close, firm, at risk, in essence, performance, general, respectful, express concern about A, admiration, interfere, compulsory, wit, where, Come to terms with. Congratulation. Witty. Odd. Tadoshi. Get the better of. Awful. Respect. Be amazed to do. Structure. Propose to a that s do. Firm. Come to terms with. Representation. Observe. Abnormal. Get the better of. Implicit. Witty. Tadoshi. Get the better of. Firm.